Hi, this is Easy Ann, and I want to talk to you about Who-I-Cide. What? Who-I-Cide? Yes, the Who-I-Cide rate is very high these days. And what is Who-I-Cide? Who-I-Cide is that when we don't live in our authentic self and we identify with who we're not. And who aren't we? We're not our body. We're not our actions. We're not our thoughts. We're not our creations. We're not our bank statement. We're not our relationships. We're who we are. And when we don't dwell in who we are, then we're just being who we're not. And we commit Who-I-Cide. We live in a perfectionistic culture. And in this culture, we're constantly showing up as not enough. We don't exercise enough. We don't meditate enough. We don't eat the right foods. We're just not doing life right. And then there's some kind of mystery, something we're missing, something that we never learned, that if we had learned, we would be okay. Somehow we missed out. We didn't get it when we were growing up. We didn't get the right training. It's just all these thoughts, this cluster of thoughts that keeps us away from who we are. So how do we experience who we are? Well, Maharishi, scratch that, Ramana Maharshi says that there are three ways to experience this self that we are, this presence. And the first is meditation. And we know how good it feels when we meditate and we feel that bliss and that peace. The second is breath. And the breath is so powerful. It does all kinds of things. Both breath and meditation just cleanse us from all these past beliefs. And then there's the path of inquiry, which is vichara. And vichara is asking the question to ourselves, who am I? And then rather than waiting for a mental or intellectual answer, we have the direct experience of who we are. We quieten the mind and just experience this directly. And we can actually feel this who we are, even if we're having conversation, if we're looking at life, if we're working, whatever we're doing. But it's this presence that we are, and we know that we are that, but not through the mind. It's through not exactly the heart, but it's through direct awareness. So why is it that meditation may have a downside? Well, it's really wonderful because meditation is the training wheels of awareness, and the problem with meditation is that when you meditate, we feel good, and then when we walk away, then other things begin to call our attention and move us away from this sense of peace. It's the same way with breath work. Breath work, we feel really great, we gain a lot of stuff, but ultimately in breath work or meditation, they tether the mind, but they don't permanently deliver us into this place and space of who we are. So that leaves the path of inquiry, or vichara, and that is where we ask who we are, and then we rest in this awareness of who we are, even if it's just for a second. I like what John Sherman says with his whole movement in just one look. And he says we look at what feels like it's me, it's just me, and we do that throughout the day. So we don't want to take the same modus operandi that we've used before and apply that to our spiritual lives, which is what most people do. It's that we behave just like we did when we had different beliefs, because we've got these fears that underlie from our subconscious mind. We've got all kinds of things going on that keep us from our prosperity, that keep us from the abundance of knowing who we are. So I'm hoping that we could develop a Who-I-Cide hotline so that if you forget who you are, you can call up. We could do a video chat and say, oh, I know who you are. You forgot who you are? You're who you are. You can't not be who you are. So I hope you're having a great day. This is Easy Ann, the founder of Easy-Osophy, the Easy-Osophy philosophy. And our 8-word miracle mantra is everything can be easy, or at least easier. So I want to remind you of one other thing, and that is I love you, and I know who you are.